Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Ultimate World of Light. Well, more like World of Darkness right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, there's light here, but not the kind of light we want.
I was one to fill your dark soul with light! Anyways, the last episode we completed the Castlevania dungeon. The Dracula's Castle dungeon.
Which was really cool.
Yeah, and we got everybody. We even unlocked Richter. Richter was kind of a secret character in there. And by the way, Ganondorf's only like 2 levels off from being level 99.
He's being stubborn.
He's being kind of stubborn. I think I mentioned that. But we finished that. We got a lot of fighters in that one. We got like 6 fighters. We got I think we started with Daisy, then Wario, then Ken, then Ridley, then Dark Pit, then Robin, and then Richter.
Gosh, that was a lot of
Yeah, that was a lot of people. I think I'm missing someone out of that. I think I'm missing someone out of that. I can't remember. We unlocked a lot of fighters in the last dungeon romp. But yeah, we're just checking around the shop to kind of see what we could buy at the moment. Because at this point in the game, I'm still trying to collect all the spirits in the game. And, you know, people who follow me on Twitter will know I have all the spirits at the moment here. And every time they have a new Smash event with a spirit board editions, that we can immediately do it, post on Twitter, back 100%. All the time.
That's becoming your trend now.
Yeah, it is becoming my trend now. It's like, I gotta be back, gotta reclaim my 100% on spirits again. But yeah, we're just kind of looking around.
Doing a lot of shopping.
I don't even know why I'm even looking around, because we've only got 8 spirit points. And they're like 4,000 each. I'm like, why are you even bothering, Matthew? Matthew?
Just to see what's there, you know.
Little Judd. Aw, I love Little Judd. Freaking beetle. Welcome!
Thank
you. Today's episode, we are going to be heading off into the last path that leads to another dungeon.
Chaos.
But our first fight is with Chaos. He's kind of a character from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. He's basically a liquid god that lives in the Master.
No, he's Chaos Control. You gotta say it.
Chaos Control. But he is he's like a liquid water. He's a god that sleeps in the Master Emerald, and the whole plot of Sonic Adventure 2 is he eats the Chaos Emeralds to get a lot stronger until he turns into perfect chaos. But as you can see, with our big Medusa power, we just kick Chaos's butt. And then again, Chaos Zero is a joke. He's literally the first thing you do in Sonic Adventure is fight him. You don't even do a stage, you fight Chaos Zero. But we cleared him out. We're playing as Richter.
Open the path.
Richter doesn't do anything different than Simon. The only difference is his animation. Jin is a character from Street Fighter. I don't know who this character is. I think he was introduced in the later games. I'm not too sure. I'm not a Street Fighter buff. I'm not gonna claim to be a Street Fighter buff. I don't know all the characters. I know some of them, but I don't know all of them.
I like how they're using a pink Lucario for this.
Hey man, pink's fashionable on me. But yeah, we're heading over to the last area where the last dungeon area is in this World of Darkness map. Like I said before, Richter plays exactly the same as Simon. The only difference that Richter has between Simon is the animation of his taunts and the fact that his holy water is blue instead of fire. And I believe the holy water does aura damage and Simon's holy water does fire damage. I think that's the only difference. And they pretty much play the exact same way. But we're taking on Jin with Giant Rob.
Because Rob is already giant enough, apparently.
Yeah, we didn't even get the chance to play Rob because we completely forgot we got him. He kind of, like, when we were in the Amalgamate, I can't even say the giant chaos world that we were in the first time, we had so many characters unlocked in there, and half of them we didn't even try out. Like, Rob was one of them. I think we might have tried out Wolf once. We tried out Meta Knight a lot, because you like Meta Knight. And we tried King K. Rool out a lot, and Mewtwo. There was a lot of characters we unlocked. Ike was unlocked, too, and we didn't even get to use him that much.
Crazy Hunt.
But, as per usual, when we go on these paths here, we have to fight a Crazy Hand. Yeah, Crazy Hand's guarding all three of these areas here. How many hands does he... Hey! Darkon has as many hands as he needs to play an N64 controller.
I mean, if you're gonna play it the wrong way, yeah.
The right way is you have to use all three of your hands.
Where's my third hand? I was lied to.
Didn't you ever find it weird how you're supposed to hold the N64 controller?
Yeah, like, I hate when people hold it on both sides, and then they don't put their left hand or their right hand in the middle.
Man, you would have hated me as a kid.
Oh,
That's how I played the N64 controller. Of course, the only game I had on my N64 growing up was Yoshi's Story and Pokemon Stadium 2, so it's like, it wasn't like I was playing super action controlled, games like Ocarina or Mario 64. I didn't have access to games like that when I was a kid. So, when I remember having this conversation and the revelation that came to me when it came up. I had a couple friends come over, and they brought over Smash Brothers, the original Smash Brothers. And we played it, and I was holding it the way I usually held it, which was like each end of the controller. I'm like, why are you playing that way? I said, what's wrong with the way I'm holding it? They said, you're not holding it right. And I was like, well, how are you supposed to hold this thing? Because the N64 controller's weird. I'm just gonna flat out say it. N64 controller's weird as heck.
It is. It really
is. It's a weird controller. And they showed me, oh, you have to put your hand here on the middle prong of the spaceship. I'm like, and because you need to have access to your control stick. And I thought about it. I was like, this is so much comfortable the way I've been playing all my years of playing it.
Yeah, like you use either your right hand or your left hand to put it in the middle.
Yeah.
And then you can hold either side at that point. Like, I've always held it with my left hand on the middle and then my right hand on the right side.
Yeah, that's how I hold it now. But I think the only game that I can really think of that actually makes you hold it this way is Kirby 64. Because Kirby 64 doesn't use the control stick, it uses the D-pad.
Well, that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, I was joking when I said I hate people that hold it wrong. That was supposed to be a joke.
I know that was a joke. I know that's a joke. That's why
Nobody
I said
take that seriously, please.
I know that was a joke because I thought, I figured you would have liked when I told you that. You said you would have hated me as a kid because that's how I played it. I didn't know how to play it. Like, I feel so bad because growing up, everybody was like, oh, I only had this console. Oh, I only had this console. But I had so many games for this console. I was the kid that had so many consoles, but not any games to play them. Like, I had N64. I had an N64, but I only had, like I said, I only had Yoshi's Story, Pokemon Stadium 2. I had Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer.
DK64.
And I had DK64. But the thing is with DK64 is you need the expansion pack, and I didn't know how to take the expansion pack out when I was a kid. I didn't use a spoon like everybody else did. I didn't know how to do it. I thought you had to use the tool because the manual said you need to use the official Nintendo expansion pack tool to get it out there. I never thought as a kid to take a spoon. I wasn't thinking outside the box like some
You're
kid.
fine. A lot of people didn't know about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I never got to play Donkey Kong 64, even though I had it all my life. We're gonna fight Landmaster.
But there's a spirit up there we missed.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back to it. We're gonna fight Landmaster. That's Fox and Falco's and Wolf's original Final Smash. Then they realized, oh, this Final Smash is broken beyond all belief. It really is.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. So they just got, yeah, like Sakurai said in the original reveal of Smash. He said the Landmaster was retired. Yeah, it needed to be retired.
So, did we, like, I know we haven't been on this project for, let me rephrase that. I know we've been on this LP for a while now, and we're trying to get it done. Apologize again, everyone. It's taken us a while to get this going again. But have we ever talked about how we got into Smash officially?
No.
That'd be something we could do.
I got into Smash because my neighbor had a GameCube, and this was around the time, like I said, I was mostly a handheld gamer when I was younger. Like I said before, I only had I had a lot of consoles, but I didn't have games to play it. Like in my N64, I only had those games I mentioned, but on my PS, I had a PS1 as well. But the only game I had was Spyro the Dragon, and that was it. I had Crash Bash, but that's a party game, and that kind of stinks when you don't have friends to play it.
Yeah.
And I had Sega Genesis with the Sonic games. That was it. I didn't really have, a lot of games to play on those consoles, and I know there's probably like tens of different types of games you could think of. It's just like, well, I played this as a kid. I played this as a kid. I didn't play those as a kid. I just played what I liked and played it. And most of the games that I did like and I played a lot that everybody else did was on the Game Boy. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance at the time. It wasn't until I got my GameCube when I really started getting into a lot of games with like everybody else did. But I got into Smash because my neighbor invited us over to a 4th of July cookout one year. Me and my brother. And he had a GameCube, and he had Melee. And I didn't even know what Smash was. And then I recognized Pikachu, and Mario, and Yoshi.
And Link.
I didn't know Link because I didn't know Legend of Zelda at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and...
I thought you would at least heard about it by then.
No. And I was like, this is such a fun game. We started playing it, and I was like, this game is so much fun. What is this game that he went and explained it to me? And then I saved up enough money and I got a GameCube and I got Melee. And that's how I got into Smash. Melee was the game I got introduced to Smash Brothers with.
Okay. Not a bad one to start off with.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorites. Even to this day. I hate this stage, by the way. Great Cave Offensive is just a bad stage. Why did it become bad?
I don't know. But we won, so that's all that matters. Alright, so how I got into Smash was, I was at Hollywood Video at the time. This is when game rental stores were like starting to become really big. Like they had already been around, but they were expanding, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Kraid! There's big boy Kraid from Metroid, yay! Sorry. Go ahead.
And, I was looking at the shelves, and I was gonna go get a PS1 game, because I had both a PS1 and N64 at the time. And my brother had a PS2, so he gave me the older systems. And I didn't find anything I liked on the PS1 at the time, so I started looking at the N64 games. And I came across the box, and there was one copy left. Because back then you had to look behind the box to see if the cartridge was there. To see if it was available or not, or somebody had already rented it.
Yeah.
And there was one copy left. And I was like, okay, so I'll try this, because I recognized, like you said, Pikachu, and I recognized Zelda and stuff like that. I took it home, and my brother started playing it with me, because he liked fighting games. And I swear, we both played that whole weekend non-stop. And we unlocked everything in the game that whole weekend.
Oh my gosh.
And he went back and played his game eventually, and I just started playing on my own. And I fell in love with Smash. And I skipped Melee because at the time Melee came out, I was going through a really rough spot in my life, and I wasn't able to get as many video games at the time. And I didn't know about Melee. I completely missed out on it altogether.
Yeah.
And the next one I wouldn't get would be until Brawl.
And then you played Brawl.
I walked in the GameStop and saw Brawl was there. I was like, there's a new Smash Brothers? Because again, I didn't know about stuff. I was kind of detached from the world of Smash for a while. And then I picked up Brawl and bought it and started playing it. I was like, oh my god. Snake's in the game. Oh my god.
Roar! That's probably a greeting. Grah, grah! He's explaining what the style does. I love this flavor text with Crane. It's funny. Grr. He seems to be waiting for you to say, grah, yeah! See you later.
That's funny.
Anyways. Yeah, you play the N64 Smash a lot.
Yeah, and you want to take a guess on the character I played the most as?
Pika?
Pika. Yep.
I kind of figured.
Because, compared to Ultimate, they only had a certain number of characters back then, guys.
We only had 12.
Yeah. They had Mario, Luigi, Pikachu, Kirby, Samus, Link.
Captain Falcon.
Was
Ness,
Fox?
And Fox.
Yeah, Fox.
It was, and Donkey Kong.
Yeah, DK. I played a lot of him too. My brother liked DK too.
It's kind of weird how, when it comes to Nintendo games, how I got introduced. I didn't really get introduced with Nintendo like, standard Marios and Zeldas and Donkey Kong and stuff like that. I got introduced to it through Pokemon.
That's not bad.
I mean, at the time, I got into Pokemon because I had a friend in elementary school. This was first grade, I think. And he invited me over to his birthday party. And then he started handing out Pokemon cards to everybody. And I liked the artwork of Pokemon cards, and I wanted to start collecting them. I started collecting them. And then eventually he invited me over to a sleepover a long time ago. Or he invited me to sleepover a couple days later. And he showed me his Game Boy, and he showed me Pokemon Red version. And I begged my mom and dad to give me one. And that was like the only thing they bought me for a long time afterwards. Because I was engrossed in it. It's kind of funny, when I first started playing Pokemon, I didn't know how to save. So every time I turned it off, I had to start over again.
Oh no!
And there was at one point where I had gotten 3 badges already. And I was like, no, my battery's dying. And I was like, I have to start over again. Back then, this is like, yeah, that's, oh yeah, I was known for is you had to start over when you turn it off. But I realized when I saw the word, and because like I said, Pokemon taught me how to read, kind of. It helped me learn to read. And then I learned something about save. I saw save on the thing. And I was like, what does this do? It says, do you want to save your progress? And I was like, what's this? And I let it save, and then it saved it. I was like, you mean I get to play from where I was?
Well,
it was
you
such
didn't
a
know,
feature back then.
Didn't you say like you had to restart on Spyro every time because you didn't have a memory card?
I didn't have a memory card for Spyro, so I had to start over every time I played it.
Imagine doing that today. Like if we were playing the Switch and you went to go turn it off and it's like, oh, well, you can't save, you have to restart over all over again.
Yeah. We got Marx's true form here. But yeah, when I was a kid, that's literally all I knew was I had to start over games. It was just, oh Lordy, looking back at it, I'm just like, Matthew, you weren't that bright when it came to video games.
I remember playing Pokemon Red and just going through the whole game within like a week. And I'd start over just because I wanted to play it again.
I think I was stuck at Self-Co when I first played it. When we were doing Self-Co, because I couldn't find the card key.
Oh.
I was stuck there for a long time.
I remember on one of my playthroughs, one of the last playthroughs I did on Original Red was I was trying out a new team and I got to Blue and I could not beat Blue. It literally took me hours to beat them because I was trying out a team I had never done before and I was under-leveled.
Oh, goodness.
And it was funny because at the time we were having like a holiday party at our house with family members and I'd sit on the couch and I just played Pokemon all night while all my cousins were doing other stuff. And I was sick. I was like really sick.
Oh, speaking of Pokemon, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune.
Yay! But I was like really sick. I had like a really bad flu symptom or something like that. And I wasn't able to do anything else. So I just sat there and played Pokemon and that's when I wasn't able to beat Blue and I finally beat him that night. I was happy. It's weird how you think of weird memories like that.
I had a lot of, like I said, Pokemon's kind of what got me into video games. Like, I started playing video games. My first video game was Sonic. I played Sonic. That's why I like Sonic a lot. But always during that time of my life, video games was always just a toy. It wasn't like a passion of mine.
Yeah.
Pokemon's what made it a passion for me.
Like, you played Sonic and stuff, but you just didn't.
Video games were kind of. Yeah, video games were kind of just toys to me.
You play with it one and you go to something else.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah. By the way, we're fighting Entei,
Suicune, and Raikou.
Yeah. Yep, we're fighting the 3 legendary beast Pokemon from Gold and Silver.
I like how Incineroar is supposed to be Entei, I guess.
Yeah, and Raikou is Pikachu, and Greninja is Suicune.
Dude, what if the last fighter is Suicune? I'd be happy.
I mean, Suicune's a fighter in Pokken. I wouldn't be surprised. Suicune's a popular Pokemon. So.
When I said that, your eyes got real big too.
Like, really? Actually, I think Suicune's a Pokemon in Pokeball, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
I think.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Darn it.
Hydreigon. Nice thought.
Hydreigon is a pseudo-legendary Pokemon from Pokemon Black and White.
Alright, so we're starting to find a lot of Pokemon here.
Yeah. And there's a fighter down there. I wonder what that is.
I know.
You know.
You know.
I know what it is, too. Hydreigon is...
No, it's not him.
Hydreigon's a really cool Pokemon back in the day when I was playing Black and White. I loved this Pokemon so much. It was so cool. It was so menacing. And it's just like... It was so strong. And then 6th Gen came out and completely destroyed him. In his reign. Because he becomes 4 times weak to fairy attacks.
Oh.
Because he's a dark dragon type Pokemon. And the fairy's strong against dark and dragon type. He can't do anything to fairy type Pokemon. And it sucks. It was just like, oh,
by the way, I'm King Kong.
I'm King Donkey.
Yeah, because it's copyrighted. I forgot.
King Kong's copyrighted by the Universal Studios.
Slap!
I wonder if Tojo or Toho, sorry, not
Tojo. I was like,
sorry.
Excuse me.
Toho.
What about your Toe Jams?
Toho is got some rights to King Kong now.
You think?
They might. I don't know. Sita is a character from Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. She is Marth's betrothed. So she's to be married to Marth. She's the Princess of Talius, and she is what started the Pegasus Knight line of units in Fire Emblem. She is so charming that she can convince the enemy to switch sides for Marth.
What?
She can go and have just a simple conversation with an enemy unit and then have them switch sides.
Wow.
That's how much beloved Sita is to her country. Did
they end up getting married?
Yeah, at the end of New Mystery, when they get married, I think. It's kind of funny because their characters both in Fire Emblem Warriors, and if you hear something like a support conversation they had with them, and Marth's always worried about Sita, and Sita doesn't like that.
Uh-oh.
You know, Marth's only being a concerned fiance.
Oh yeah,
again,
I mean, you could definitely tell this is Marth because he's there.
Marth's with her in the spirit battle, and the high winds because she's Pegasus unit. I like Marth. I think Marth I know he's pretty much the staple character of Fire Emblem. He's the face of it, but Marth is a really underrated character, in my opinion. You wouldn't think so for the main character, the main face of the franchise, but he's not that popular amongst a lot of other lords and in the franchise and everything, especially now with 3 houses out. Incineroar!
Finally getting the boy.
Incineroar is a brand new Pokemon that was added to this roster. He was like the last character in the base roster of Smash Ultimate. And I like Incineroar. Incineroar is awesome to play as. He kind of stinks recovery-wise, though, but Incineroar is fun to use. He's kind of a wrestler. He's kind of a wrestler. He has wrestling moves. He has Darkest Lariat, which is his side B. And it's funny because his side... Actually, that's his normal B. His normal B is the Darkest Lariat. Side B, he grabs you and he makes you run the ropes.
Yeah.
And if you time your return with the ropes, you can do a lariat on him.
His final smash is pretty awesome too.
Yeah, it's Malicious Moonsault. I think that's what it's called. It's a Z move. Which Z moves were introduced in 7th gen, and they're like basically all powerful moves that you can take out opponents with. I think it's like their ways to like counter Mega Pokemon in some ways from X and Y. So they've introduced Z moves. But his final smash is a Z move. His special Z move. That's his only.
One of my favorite trailers for the fighters in Smash is his because it's different for a Pokemon trailer. Plus he says that line like where he's like roaring out or whatever, but it sounds like he's saying egg.
He's saying egg. Egg! Well, I think we showed it, and every time we mention this trailer, we mention the egg thing. It's funny, though, because it really does sound like he says egg there.
And he's fighting against Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got Incineroar. Egg! Egg! I didn't really ever use Incineroar in my playthrough of Sun and Moon. I had a Poplio. So I had a Primarina. And you had Rowlet. Evolved into Decidueye. Everybody thought Decidueye was going to be in this game. But
I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, and Sakurai said, no, we're going to have Incineroar instead.
Okay.
But, as of right now, it looks like we've cleared out all the spirits in the hub world of the Dark World. And we've unlocked all the fighters and everything. I think we have. Going over here and checking out everything, make sure everything's all hunky-dory.
A-okay.
I think it is. We're going to cross the lava-filled mountains, and we're going to head into the next and final dungeon of the Dark World.
Getting close.
The Sacred Land. Based as the name is implied, this is a dungeon based off the Legend of Zelda series. It's actually kind of cool. This is my favorite one. And you'll see why when we get to it. I'm going to give a little note here before we end the episode off. But I know we've recorded past couple episodes. We're kind of like much post-commentary and many years later from, from the initial recording and stuff like that. And I do apologize for that. We ran into technical issues. I've lost the original commentary file for these videos. And we have like 2 more videos after this. We have to re-record post-commentary, but the next episodes, I think the next 2 episodes, where we do these dungeons, this dungeon here, it's gonna go back to live commentary. So this is gonna be our initial reaction of going through the dungeon.
Again.
Yeah. We're actually gonna go ahead and level up Ganondorf finally. And if we level him up, he turns into Beast Ganon.
His true form.
His true form from Twilight. Well, I wouldn't say true form, but one of his forms in Twilight Princess.
I say it's his true form.
I think it's his true form too. But yeah, the next 2 episodes are gonna go back to live commentary from years ago. So it might seem a little jarring since this episode's kind of somewhat relevant day, and then we go back to this. The next episode's gonna be like 3 years ago. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I think it's episode 41 and 47 that are gonna be post commentary after this still. So with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.